Cancer, you seem to be seeking a change, seeking to nurture a change within yourself. It's definitely changing out from where you were in your deepest consciousness, where perhaps how you felt you were seen or perceived as, wanting to really re-establish a new form of frequency or foundation for yourself. It's something that requires nurturing, that has to take place from within the heart. Let's have a look for you. Welcome to the Arcana Veil. We have the third house here. Communication, speak it up. Focusing on sustainable way of bringing a new communication forward. Learning from something, having a fireside chat within the deepest part of your nature, of who you are. Bringing a bit of fire to the sore points of the shadows that need to be cleared up. There seems to be a focus on a communication with a person, another or other. Within the nature of this, Cancer is also in every astrological chart. If it's there, it is for you. Whether it is somewhere in your chart. This is a timeless reading. I'm picking up for you, Cancer, that there's a focus on needing to sustain a new way of adopting a new foundation. Perhaps some of you are busy in technology. There seems to be a strong sort of focus on the AI movement, seems to be the technological groundbreaking processes. You're trying to figure out how to bring some sort of energy to that. For others of you, if you're not in that, you're involved in education or bringing that educational part inside. Perhaps you're holding a fireside chat with someone about how certain things are by its very nature, and is it sustainable for you or not? Does it still serve you in some way, shape or form? Can it serve you without feeling as if you're being taken advantage of, is what I'm hearing. Someone is worried about being taken advantage of. Let's have a look for you what the tarot has to say. Clunky, chunky cards. Six of Scepters. Wands. It's Capricornian here. Very much an energy that's sort of trying to fix a new way, or in your third house, bringing a new sort of flow to your path in which you're taking, having to actually set a new idea in place that would work in its nature. Queen of spikes or swords here over the sustainable. Page of Hearts here. The beginning of feeling something new that might warm the cockles of the heart, to put it like that. We have the Page of Coins here. And we have the Hermit. Within the nature of your heart, there is a focus on trying to establish a new way of feeling. Is this feeling that you're seeking to feel something that can actually give you the guidance, warm you up from the inside? You're feeling to me as if you're in the cold. Perhaps you feel like you're in the cold, and yet the energy says there's a lot of fire frequency here, showing that you can actually overcome those issues. Perhaps you're feeling a little down because of the coldness where you are in physical environment, but then that says that you should think about new ways to bring across certain things. There's a Page of Coins here. There's perhaps a new startup or Kickstarter business or starter up business, trying to put something new in place here. Is there something that's giving you an idea of actually setting it in place, using the AI to design a new deck of cards perhaps? That seems to be something coming through. There's also the Hermit here, which just, you're trying to do this in a very quiet way so that it doesn't draw too much attention. Maybe someone is taking information from what you've given them and they're doing this to you, perhaps. Let's have a look and see in the shadows or the subconscious of the underworld for you. We have the Nine of Pentacles here. Definitely a focus on trying to bring a new financial income towards the surface for you. It's there for the taking. You just need to set it up in place. We have the Eight of Pentacles here, also underneath the Queen of Swords, focusing on a new way of sustaining yourself, selling maybe decks. And it just keeps coming up. for some reason, or maybe selling a new idea or writing a new book. Perhaps there's the Three of Swords here under the Page of Hearts, making it very much obvious that it's something that you wish to heal from. Wanting to go into your creative endeavor here is from what I can see, where you're flowing towards healing from the past. It is recreational, is what I hear. I have the Tower under the Page of Coins here. If this was something that was done in order to actually injure your intellectual property, then there's definitely a Tower moment taking place right now. If this was done in terms of trying to break away from something, the Tower in this underworld suggests that it's coming to the surface and it is steering towards that direction. Let's have a look at the Hermit here. We have the Five of Pentacles. Again, more money here. So there's a lot of financial focus. There's a lot of thinking in terms of needing to set up a new business trade. There could be people in your energy that are actually not really being honest with you. There seem to be cropping up in your energy field by showing that they're kind of whittling certain ideas that you've brought out and using it to their advantage rather than to actually give you any credit in this sense here. Sometimes it's what it feels like when there's that frequency of needing to establish a new way of building certain things in place. You have to your personal endeavor a pathway that leads you out of something that you feel is old, and you're letting it go and you're building something up new again, and you're getting a new sense of direction here. But because you're taking this new direction in place, there seems to be a lot of focus on trying to set that in place that you can actually benefit from it. If this is not you, and if this is between you and another, or another relationship, in a sense, could be at work, you are being urged to actually focus all of your energy back onto yourself again, and not to look at everybody around you and seeing how they are performing. If it's the other way around, the same thing applies, is to look back onto yourself, because the Three of Swords is in need of healing here. You are required to heal that aspect within your thoughts through your heart. And if you start this up now, it says here that it will be the fireside chat that will illuminate your pathway going forward. Let's have a look at the bridge for you. There's the Hierophant here, so you're aware of the situation. We have the Knight of Wands here over the Eight of Pentacles. There's definitely a focus on awareness that's coming through. There's definitely interaction, communication with others. There's power teams building up things with one another. There's teams that are fighting teams that are opposing one another. Perhaps it's competition in your company where you're working and you're kind of trying to put a new thing in place, and there's a race to put that out there so that you can come out with it first. You're being reminded that the only way to do that, if you're wanting to protect yourself, is to Knight of Swords, Empress here, to set a tone in place. Five of Wands, set it within your heart. In other words, you are what you are feeling, and what you feel is what you bring towards you. It is a given fact. Within the nature of the way these things are and operate, you're being shown a bridge that you should choose the higher pathway, the higher road, which comes from within your own personal creative experience, rather than to try and find it from outside of you at this given point in time, because there seems to be a lot of focus on energy. You have the Hermit there and you have the Hierophant here that are perhaps investigating a lot of the frequencies that you have been putting out there. So in this case, the Tower does initiate the change. It kind of breaks away your position from those that are trying to grab onto your energy. There's a lot of grabby energy around your frequency. If you're putting something new out there, keep it quiet. Use the Hermit, and only then set it in place. and let it just be your own invention and rather not an adaptation of another's invention, or if that is happening to you, protect your intellectual property by using the TMCs and setting up a copyright thing there. I think that's just something for someone specifically. If you're in a team where you're trying to race to get to the winning, and you're racing another team, then you're being shown the same thing. You need to focus everything into yourself, so that you're able to bring that's the momentum you use to actually propel you forward. The more you focus inward, the more fuel you build. The more fuel you have, the more you can take off and go forward into that direction, which is most likely why there's a tower here to look into, because out of the tower, which happens for you, destroys the old way of thinking of how to do things, and out of that is born the Empress, and you will set a new way of communication and ideas in place that you will be recognized for. Cancer, this was your reading. Until next time.